Hi everyone, thank you to join us and welcome to this panel. This is Ludovica Cadario. I am the curator of Hybrid Festival 2021 and I'm going to moderate this talk tonight. First of all, I want to thank Hybrid Festival to invite me, especially Sanfrutos, Aida, Chaves and Maria Cello, the co-director of the festival, and Acción Cultural Española para la internacionalización de la cultura española to make this happen. This talk is part of the exchange program called Swap by Hybrid Festival, and the aim of this program is to open a dialogue between the Madrid independent scene and the international one. This year, we are really happy to start a collaboration with Nesxt Festival from Turin, which selected some of the most representative independent art spaces of the city to interact with a curated selection of the Madrid ones that this year are part of the Hybrid Festival. So tonight, everyone is going to introduce this project and to let everyone knows a little bit more about each one, and hopefully it will be the first step we take to open a fruitful collaboration in the near future between the two cities. So before starting, I want to thank all our guests and panelists for the effort they made to be here, and say that as an Italian based in Madrid, I am beyond happy to see this happen. So we are going to start with Nesxt. Tonight, we have a representation of Nesxt with Olga Gambari, Annalisa Russo, Ilaria Peretti, Francesca Melis, and Francesca Arri. And Olga, the artistic director of Nesxt, is going to make the presentation. So, hi, Olga. Welcome, if you want to start.
Hi, good evening to everyone, and thanks for this invitation and for the possibility to present our festival, our project, and especially the spaces that we have involved in this project of relation with you. And the first idea was different, to create residency and to live this experience in presence, but the time are busy, so we have to, in some way, to find other form of. And so this presentation this evening, I hope that could be a starting point of relation between spaces, artists, and other kind of project. Next, if you want to present maybe the first one of the videos. Next is a project dedicated to independent spaces. And now you are seeing the video of one of the first edition. Is a mix between all the different events that are exhibition, concert, live performances of different kind of genre. And our idea of festival is to invite, to select through scientific committee independent spaces, and then give them independent spacing from Italy, but also from an international scene, and then give them a venue spaces and economical and logistical support to present a project. But this kind of project must be able to, in some way, reflect and show the identity of these spaces, of a singular spaces, and they are kind of practice. In fact, practice is a sort of keyword for us, because Nesxt is a festival, but especially is a sort of observatory of independent scene, and on the different kind of shapes that this dimension is able and could be, also often in an unconscious way. So to try to have a look and to present a lot of examples is to create an archive and a general look on this kind of practice. Now you are seeing how all the city, I mean, all the city of Torino is involved. In fact, the first edition of the festival has had, the formula of a headquarter, just one main headquarter, and then to create a circuit in the city with other spaces of a city. But after the other edition of the festival, have changed formula, created other sort of headquarter, or spread all the spaces, invited spaces and spaces from Torino in a sort of spread map related to the territory of Torino. And the aim is to create a different kind of relation and net of net between the city, because often in the city, I don't know in Madrid, but often also in the same city, is not so natural that the spaces are able to be in relation between each other. And then, so first point is to create a net in the city, and then to create a net with all the spaces guests coming from the rest of Italy or the rest of other parts of Europe. Now maybe there is another video, and so you can see how the original formula, as identity is the same, but try to become other kind of evolution, following how the experiences of a different festival or the different projects are able to teach us. In fact, also the festival is a big laboratory in evolution, an ongoing project. Now we are having a look of different galleries, collective, artisanal spaces, plus a sort of big architecture, in industrial, post-industrial architecture called Dox Dora, that once in the story of the city was the venue of an underground culture. These are another part of the festival, in parallel to exhibition and to special project. We have two sections dedicated to live, and for live we mean from sound to performance, and another section is dedicated to the words, to talk, to different kind of panel between independent spaces, but also with other guests. This last two edition we had as guest the independent scene of Marsiglia. And so we have created a long project along 2 years of residency and presence each other in the two cities. Okay. Another thing that I would like to tell you is about the name of Nesxt, that has this particular pronunciation. In some way, is a not easy pronunciable name, because inside in the name there is a sort of mix about 3 words that are 3 keywords for us. The 3 words are next, nest, and net. And these 3 keywords belong to the identity of Nesxt, that would like to be really as a nest, I mean a space where to look after the problem, the identity, the future, and how to support all these independent spaces. And then a net, I mean the idea is to be a net of net, I told you before. And then also about the idea of avant-garde, I mean to have an observatory about what is happening about the independent scene. And so means not something that is just, know and shared, but something that is really happen, something really alive. So we have a festival, we have different kind of project. I told you Trasloco was the name of this exchange between Marsiglia and Torino. And then we have a real physical observatory in the website dedicated to article, to essay, and to interview about the topic of independent scene. And so we invite different other guests to present, to write, to develop, for example, interview. There is a third video. This third video is related to a project called Manifesto, and is a good example of collaboration because we have developed collaboration with institutional reality. For example, Maxi in Rome. We have developed with them a glossary of independent reality. We have developed together. And then also project with independent spaces. This is a collective based in Rome called Spazio Y. And the idea is to ask to independent spaces in Italy and not only in Italy to create with words and imaging a manifesto about their idea or independent reality, independent practice. What does it mean, independent, to be independent for you? This was the point. And so we have realized a gallery of really fantastic series of manifesti. And then we have print these manifesti, and we have presented during the festival, the last edition of the festival in Torino, Festival of Next, and also in Macro. You are so a sort of storytelling about the presentation in Macro.
Super, thank you very much, Olga, for your presentation. I will like to leave question at the end, and I would move to the next presentation. Anna Sanfrutos, the co-director of Hybrid Festival.
Hello everybody. I wanted to thank everybody for coming to this meeting, and also the people that is watching again from Hybrid Festival. And I'm just gonna introduce shortly the festival, the trajectory of the festival, and what we are doing now with this edition. So Hybrid Festival started in 2016 as a platform to unite and celebrate the independent art spaces of Madrid. We wanted to do this in the form of a festival, and the initial idea was being a response to Apertura, which is the official gallery weekend of Madrid. So this way, we wanted to vindicate the role of these alternative art spaces in the cultural fabric of the city. We wanted to bring new public to these spaces, doing this by bringing the space together and becoming a reference index for potential visitors, not only during the festival itself, but all year long. The website of the festival turned into an archive of these types of spaces, showing also a fragility of the sector, since every year the projects disappear and new projects were founded. It was key, I think, mapping and communicating. It was an essential thing. We thought that a joint event was perfect to unite forces and kind of be heard. Also, we thought that September was a great timing for a festival, since many spaces came back with their first after summer exhibitions, and it was a way kind of to inaugurate the season together. So, as I say, our first edition was in 2016, And we had simultaneous openings in 23 spaces during just a couple of days. And so the festival evolved during the years, obviously, and the last physical edition was in 2019, was the 4th edition, and united 38 spaces opening. So we had simultaneous openings again. We have routes in different neighborhoods, activities like concerts, guided tours, talks, and many more activities. And all this was during 15 days of celebration. We also had a special exhibition prize for young artists, and we added the swap exchanges, which is kind of what we're doing here today, the continuation. And in the last edition, we had a focus on Ukrainian independent art spaces, and during the festival, projects from London, from Berlin, and from other parts of Spain. Together with these 3 projects from Ukraine, collaborated with Madrid art spaces. Basically, they organized exhibition together during the festival, and this was the first swap. But then 2020, so the pandemic, no? So the uncertainty that brought the pandemic really made it very difficult to organize a festival of these characteristics. And also the public and private funding that we had was kind of hanging by a thread. So we decided to cancel, sadly, and take the time to reflect and kind of really think a new approach for the festival. But the thing is, like, we didn't want to stop supporting the fabric of independent art spaces, not in their most vulnerable moment. So we decided to go for this online curated edition that Ludovica Cadario has curated around the subject emergency. So we wanted to talk about how this period has changed the art scene. We had 3 online exhibitions on the topics interconnectivity, precariousness, and future, with works from 27 artists represented by 17 spaces. And we are presenting these exhibitions during the whole month of March in our website. The first exhibition is already online. I think, and with the other organizers, we thought it was a very needed reflection after kind of a historical year that kind of changed everything. There is talks, well, like the one we're doing now, but also talks about the topics of the festival specifically. This new edition of swap exchanges, that part of it is what we're doing today. As Ludovica also explained, and we heard Olga, is between Madrid and Turin, 2 festivals that had a similar but different approach to independent art spaces. For now, it's online, but just for now. So we intend to keep supporting and feeding the independent art scene locally in Madrid, and we intend to keep promoting international exchange. We think is key to do this. We have hopes that there will be more possibilities for this in the future. So this was shortly the kind of the festival this year and a bit of the trajectory. So I would like to give the word back to Ludovica so she can introduce the rest of the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anna. So now we move to the Galleria Moitre. So Alessio Moitre was not able to be here tonight. So I'm going to share my screen, and he sent a lovely video. So just a moment. Okay, here we are. I need somebody, not just anybody. You know I need someone. When I was young, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way.
Alessio Moitre è una persona simpatica, intelligente, ironica, colta, arguta, diplomatica, affabile, scaltra, gentile e buona. La sua galleria è sperimentale, coraggiosa, brillante, da scoprire, valorizzabile. È uno scrigno di talenti inaspettati.
Alessio Moitre, dal mio punto di vista, è un poeta visionario e la sua galleria è un osservatorio vivente dell'arte emergente. Ho apprezzato e apprezzo moltissimo la sua attenzione verso la ricerca dell'arte giovane e devo dire che io sono molto grata ad Alessio perché è stato colui che mi ha dato voce su Torino proponendomi come prima galleria, credendo molto nel mio percorso e nel mio lavoro. Quindi sono molto felice di poter sperimentare con Alessio sempre nuovi progetti, nuove mostre e sentirmi libera e accolta in questo spazio.
Alessio innanzitutto è un intellettuale, chiunque lo può capire leggendo un suo testo, che utilizza le parole come fossero delle superfici che vanno a creare un tutto. C'è chiaramente nel suo utilizzare il linguaggio una volontà molto simile a quella dell'artista e infatti tra l'altro con lui nascono sempre molti dibattiti che rasentano il fare artistico, che si avvicinano ugualmente a questa tensione continua verso una ricerca condivisa. La sua galleria è per questo anche proprio un luogo dove puoi respirare la sua idea di arte resa spazio. C'è un'atmosfera di possibilità.
Alessio Moitre is a versatile gallerist and art director whose work demonstrates passion for the intersection of arts and research. Moitre Gallery is a space for transversal collaboration between artists and experts from other fields, such as poets and writers. The gallery is an experiment aiming to bring people together while reshaping artwork. And it's a space for knowledge, where knowledge still empowers and doesn't serve power.
Non so rispondere alla domanda chi sia Alessio Moitre, perché il mondo dell'arte ha sicuramente le sue leggi nascoste, segrete, chi lo sa. Però sono arrivata nella sua galleria quando iniziavo a fare le prime grandi installazioni, credo 6 o 7 anni fa, e Ale ha sempre avuto un occhio per gli artisti nati intorno agli anni '80. Siamo la sua scuderia di non più giovani artisti. La sua galleria è sempre stata per me uno spazio di laboratorio, di grande trasformazione e sperimentazione. Ad esempio con il mio oramai ex collettivo siamo riusciti a realizzare un festival dedicato alla performance all'interno delle sue 2 sale. Una volta sono anche riuscita ad avere il lasciapassare per riempire tutta la superficie del pavimento di terriccio. Quest'anno, ad esempio, durante la chiusura estiva mi ha offerto la galleria per montare l'ultima mia grande opera, il libro Mi scrivo, che è ancora lì nello spazio esposto. E quindi credo che per me Moitre e la galleria sia questo: sicuramente una galleria d'arte, uno studio dove lavorare, dove magari mandi un messaggino e inizi una relazione stretta di amicizia.
Okay, so yeah, it's ended. So now, what is it? Sorry. What is it? Just a moment. I don't know, what is it?
Ludo, for sure it's YouTube, no? Started again.
Sorry, it is a YouTube page that is going ahead and I can find.
Don't worry.
I'm going to finish. Sorry. Sorry. So we move with Daniel Silvo and Atelier Solar from Madrid. Please, Daniel, you can start. Sorry again.
Thank you, Ludovica. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Nesxt, for this meeting. Ludovica, just a question: how many? Like 5 minutes is okay for the presentation? A short, brief. Yeah.
Yes, that's perfect.
That's okay. Okay, thank you. First time I met with Hybrid Festival, it was like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. No, 5 years ago, and we collaborate from the beginning as an independent space called Atelier Solar. We are very at the periphery of Madrid, so not in downtown. So it was a nice for me. It was a very nice approach that they were interested on our space so far away from downtown. So I thank you to have it for being so kindly friendly with us. And we also have some residency programs for artists for doing their projects. We exhibit sometimes their pieces in open studios, or also we have, as you do in other, with collaboration with spaces, we collaborate with other independent projects in Madrid for working together and doing exhibitions with our artists or people we collaborate with. We also try to move our neighborhood and doing things with the people of our neighborhood in the east of Madrid, doing things like ¿cómo se llamaba? Rueda Cultura. That was a project where people can take their bikes and bike between art spaces, museums, or theater venues. So we are open to very different kind of collaborations and projects. Last year, before the pandemic, we had in 2019, we had a residency program for African artists, and it was a very nice experience. I'm trying to find how to share the screen, but I cannot. Yes, I can. Compartir pantalla. Okay. I think for example, this one. Yeah. It was an experience that we can do with the support of the Ayuntamiento, the Ayuntamiento de Madrid, Madrid City Council, and we could invite African artists for living here, producing, exhibiting. They had fees as artists, and it was a very nice experience. That was the first exhibition in Galería Nueva. That is another project that is under the umbrella of Atelier Solar. It's a gallery. This time is in kind of downtown Madrid, in the main road of galleries. And we offer this space for other galleries, other independent spaces, also foundations, and everyone who want to exhibit something interesting. We have a committee made by collectors. They choose the projects when we had the open calls for projects. They choose the projects, and we do the exhibitions along the year. And in this pandemic time, it was bizarre because it was difficult for us doing everything, but also the galleries were looking for a place for exhibiting. There are no more art fairs, so we are kind of art fair for them, a very small art fair, because they can exhibit 1 month or 15 days their projects. I don't know, you can see what I'm sharing? Yes, the screen. Yeah, okay. So you can take a look to the gallery and see the different galleries and independent spaces that come to us. So it's very, yeah, nothing concrete because we make many different things. And I think, therefore, we can, we understand very good hybrid and us, no? Because we do many bizarre things, and everything that we imagine, finally we find, no? I think a way to do that. And it's my short presentation about the two projects, no? Atelier Solar, a residency program for artists with a studio where they can meet with local artists, because also there are local artists working there, so they share the space for working and they meet each other. We make open studios, and many galleries or collectors meet the artists and make begin collaborations. It's an aim of the aim of our project is to provoke these connections. And after that, it's Galeria Nueva, more for galleries and for commercial projects, no? And yeah, I don't know if you have some question. No.
So
okay.
We can leave the question at the end of all the presentations, and now is the turn of Spazio Diogene. Silvia Margaria sent a video for us, and so we are going to see this video, and Aida this time is going to share the screen with the video.
The microphone is mute.
We can't hear.
No?
So it's really low. I can hear something, but it is really low.
She's talking so low.
Ora vorrei provare a dire due parole alla professione di ricerca, mostrando ma soprattutto raccontarvi l'esperienza di progetto di oggi nel spazio culturale torinese che sede in una carrozza di tram. Grazie mille. Sono Silvia Margaria e sono un'artista visiva e vivo e lavoro a Torino. La mia formazione è iniziata all'Accademia di Belle Arti nella scuola di pittura ed è continuata in un'esperienza lavorativa da archivista nell'archivio pellicole della Cineteca del Museo Nazionale del Cinema qui a Torino. Questi due momenti della mia formazione hanno inevitabilmente influenzato la mia pratica, sia per quanto riguarda il mezzo che utilizzo maggiormente, che è la fotografia, intesa in una maniera che si accosta ai tempi e alle stratificazioni della pittura, sia da un punto di vista archivistico, attraverso un approccio che è incentrato sulla criticità della conservazione e della condivisione della memoria e sul significato di valore. Dal 2016 faccio parte dell'Associazione Culturale Progetto Diogene, che nasce dalla collaborazione di artisti che hanno deciso di unirsi in gruppo, principalmente per confrontarsi sul proprio lavoro attraverso lo scambio di riflessioni sul processo e sulle modalità delle pratiche artistiche. Nel corso ormai di 12 anni di attività abbiamo dato vita a numerosi progetti, però sempre con lo scopo di sperimentare il più possibile liberamente degli approcci che potessero essere di reale sostegno agli artisti e quindi alla loro ricerca. Abbiamo cercato quindi di elaborare progetti che potessero agire attivamente sul territorio attraverso momenti di prossimità e di confronto. Nella prima fase di vita, quindi dal 2007 al 2008 circa, Diogene non ha avuto una sede fissa, però è stato il momento in cui abbiamo avviato il progetto pilota dell'associazione, cioè la residenza artistica Bivacco Urbano, che ci ha permesso, appunto per la sua natura, incuneandosi nel tessuto urbano attraverso la costruzione del bivacco, ci ha permesso di specchiare quelle caratteristiche proprie della figura di Diogene di Sinope, dal quale noi prendiamo il nome, che sono l'essenzialità, l'autonomia, l'accoglienza e la resistenza. Poi a partire dal 2009 il progetto Diogene si è dotato di una sede più stabile, di una sede fissa. Si tratta di una carrozza dismessa di un tram, offerta dall'azienda che si occupa del trasporto cittadino. L'abbiamo ristrutturato e l'abbiamo posizionato nello spazio pubblico al centro di una rotonda stradale. Quello che posso dire è che la presenza stabile e evidente del tram ci ha consentito di sviluppare una programmazione più differenziata, anche più ricca, mantenendo però quelle caratteristiche che ho citato prima in riferimento al bivacco. Quindi in questa fase, a partire da questa fase, alla residenza sono stati affiancati nel tempo altri progetti che hanno permesso di ampliare lo spettro di indagine, di allargare il campo di azione, ma anche le vedute, il punto di vista, perché abbiamo cercato di coinvolgere un numero sempre più ampio di persone, a livello locale, nazionale, ma anche internazionale. Abbiamo dato il via a programmi formativi sperimentali per artisti e studenti. Abbiamo organizzato dei cicli di incontri e conferenze attraverso il progetto Collecting People. Abbiamo strutturato studio visite e mostre con artisti e altri ricercatori con il progetto Serie Inversa. E abbiamo cercato di indagare ciò che resta nascosto, questo è un progetto recente, ciò che resta nascosto e che è vitale nella ricerca artistica. Quel nucleo creativo che è fondamentale per ciò che emerge come opera, attraverso il confronto con altri artisti, attraverso il progetto The Unseen. Cosa posso aggiungere riguardo al presente? È che da qualche settimana a questa parte abbiamo dato il via ad una piccola residenza online, Tips and Tricks, che è volta alla condivisione delle conoscenze pratiche e tecniche del fare artistico, con l'intento di avere e di formare un archivio di consigli e trucchi, appunto, ma anche di strumenti e materiali dei quali ciascun artista con il proprio lavoro va a sperimentare. Quindi la pagina Instagram di Progetto Diogene sta ospitando di volta in volta un artista per 5 giorni. Un artista che è invitato a raccontarsi appunto da questa focale, a raccontare strumenti e materiali peculiari della propria ricerca. Il progetto vuole essere una sorta di cassetta degli attrezzi alimentata quindi da recensioni, da racconti, da prove pratiche, in modo da poter delineare un panorama materico di soluzioni e utilizzi dei quali le opere e i progetti artistici sono composti. Cosa posso ancora aggiungere per concludere? Che al momento non c'è possibile portare avanti il progetto di residenza bivacco urbano, un po' perché non abbiamo i fondi per poter avviare una ricerca, scusate, un progetto di residenza che tenga conto dei tempi e delle esigenze dell'artista. e un po' perché il periodo non ce lo consente. Diciamo che vorremmo che la principale funzione del tram Diogene fosse quella di spazio del fare e che quindi venisse utilizzato come un luogo di lavoro dagli artisti del territorio, da quegli artisti del territorio che in questo momento di crisi magari possono avere bisogno di un sostegno logistico. Credo di aver concluso e se avete necessità di approfondire la ricerca del nostro progetto vi invito a visitare il nostro sito e vi ringrazio. Vi ringrazio ancora per l'ascolto e per avermi dedicato del tempo. Grazie.
So, perfect. So thank you, Aida. So now is the time of Juan Gómez Alemán de la Juan Gallery. So please, Juan. Juan, are you here?
Hello, I'm here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Well, first of all, thank you to Hybrid and to Next. We love to be part of Hybrid. We've been working like for a couple of years, and what we love is that now in these moments that are so difficult for us to survive, I really appreciate the effort that Hybrid and Next in Italy do to keep the creation spaces in what we are that we are working right now, and well, I'm going to show some things about our gallery and what we do. I'm going to try to share this. Okay. Well, we are La Juan Gallery. We are a space that we work with the relation between action, body, and performance. We've been working for the last 6 years in Madrid. And well, we're also very interested in the audience. We like them to be like alive when they come to our space. We love to see how they have feelings, they scream, I don't know. What we offer is another point of view about creation. We have some projects that are like very from our space. One of them is Action per Square Meter, that I'm going to show you a video that it's here. And it's like Action per Square Meter is like we take like 20 performers at the same time in the same space. They are living together like for a couple of hours, and we invite the audience to come inside this like whole thing of people, and they just walk around all the performance, and they have like they read what they want to read, and they have like it's like very, very special, this project, and we love it. Here is some of the pieces that have happened there, and there is also a video here that I'm going to show you. Also, we have I'm gonna keep with video so you can see it. We also have we are not only a gallery. It's very important for us that to open the space to artists to create. So for that we have the Artist Hospital. That is it's a space where we test, we investigate, we create, and oops, sorry, this is not what I was going to show you. I'm going to show you. This is, I don't know what happened. Well, I can see. And in this Artist Hospital, we work with, we invite also another artist to come and to create with our patients. So that's one of the biggest projects of the La Juan Gallery. Also, we work with another disciplines like fashion. We also have this that is called La Juan Está de Moda, that is like that we mix fashion and performance. So designers and artists work together to create experience during the day. That it happened like also on the street. We take on the street because we think that our space is life. So it's alive. So it's not only our space. I mean, our space is everything. Also the street. And so we try to take another space and work them and perform in that spaces. Also, we have an art residence that is called La Juan House. That it's we invite the artists to come and to create mixing land art and performance. So we work in nature and we create performance there that after come to the gallery and have an exhibition about what we have done there. Also, we work. We love to invite also artists and curators or people that want to have another space. So we invite them to take our space and to work them. We have La Tullida, is the Creep Gallery. That is a space for art and I don't know how to say, and disabled people, and I don't know how to say fine. And also this is all the artists that have been working with us. We have a lot of artists that have worked in La Juan Gallery. We think that is like I love much more than quality. I love more than a lot of people. So there is a lot of people, and as I said before, the La Juan Gallery is a space to create and to test. We think that it's very important that most of the things that happen there, maybe they are not going to arrive to somewhere, but there is sometimes it happens like magic and something special happen, and we think that it's very important for us to be there and to open the door to the artists to test themselves and also to test the audience. So this is La Juan Gallery. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you very much for your presentation. And now Cecilia Ceccherini, it's your turn. She will talk about Bastione project in Turin.
Yes. Hi everyone, and thanks. I would like to thank Olga for having invited us, and I would like to thank also Ludovica and Anna for having organized this, and the whole team. I don't know the names. Anyway, I will share the presentation. Okay, wait a second. Okay. So I will spend just a few words to introduce our collective, Bastione, and to tell you something about our project. So before being an association, Bastione is a collective founded in 2017 by 14 artists, including me. Since the summer of 2020, we are based in Villarei. There is this place, 15th century building situated on the hills around the center of Torino. Hosted in the building by Associazione Villa dell'Arte, we operate here with the intention of creating a dynamic space of exchange in the contemporary art environment. So, since the beginning, the idea of taking care of a forgotten building was one of the main targets of our collective, which started its way inside the walls of Bastione San Maurizio, a fort situated in the context of Cavallerizza Reale. Cavallerizza is an historical building in the city center of Torino that was occupied by people in 2014 as a reaction against real estate speculation And then it was transformed in a place proposing artistic and cultural activities with public access. As a collective, we started taking care of the Bastione San Maurizio, operating inside and outside the space, reaching the garden and the surrounding environment with a series of artistic projects. So one of these projects is called Affittasi. That is a program of art residencies which plays on the contradiction of renting a space without an owner. So no owner and so no rental fee. Through this format, we played on the substitution of currency with time spent together in the space, where artists were invited to leave the rooms of Bastione and to develop their project using the workshops. This free accessibility of our space has always been one of the main focus of our collective, and it opened a path for local and international collaborations with institutions, artists, and independent art spaces. This is one of the collaboration that we had, is the collaboration we made with Campo Base. That is a curatorial collective founded by the students of Campo, a course for curators designed and launched by Fondazione Sandretto Re Baudengo. And the curators of Campo Base organized a festival called House of Displacement, where they invited different artists to develop a project in the spaces of, in different independent art spaces in Torino. Vanessa Alessi is the artist that was displaced in our space, and she proposed a performance which involved many of us as participants, establishing a relation not only with the space, but also with the people that inhabit it. So this is another collaboration, and is a collaboration with Crypta and Gang of Ducks, who proposed a one-night project called Documentario. That night we created a site-specific scenography for the public park in front of Bastione San Maurizio, where the artist Ruben Patigno presented his performance working at the intersection between club culture and contemporary art. So it was a sound performance. So unfortunately, we had to move out from Bastione San Maurizio because of a clearing of the whole area. And after a year of wandering, we had the opportunity to collaborate with Associazione Villa dell'Arte and to continue our project in the spaces of Villarei. So here in this place, we will work to create a space of collaboration and exchange aimed at stimulating a dialogue between art and the city. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cecilia. No puedo. Bueno, perfecto. Now it's the turn of a Spanish space. Hey Studio. We have Alfonso, Fernández y Begonya Garcia. No sé quién va a hablar. Bueno, aquí estáis. Perfecto. Hola. Hola.
Hi. Thank you very much for the invitation. I am Alfonso Fernández, she is Begonya Garcia. We are visual artists and directors of the independent creation space A Studio. Our project was 4 years ago. A Studio is located in the south of Madrid, in Carabanchel Zone. At the present, this area is full of artist studios. Some are galleries and private art university. So we believe that this area is in the process of gentrification. In A Studio, we have events of different artistic disciplines and performances, screening, DJ and BG session, theater exhibition. We have also participated in art festival independent spaces like Open Studio, Hybrid, and Urban Shell.
We share the space with long and short-term resident artists that live in Madrid, but all of them are from other cities in Spain or foreign. We are very happy to announce that in a few months we will start a residency program where we will invite young Spanish artists that don't live in Madrid. They will do a project in the context of Carabanchel. It's very important to have visibility in Madrid because here there are more opportunities, more galleries, affairs, and more events. We are from Barcelona and Sevilla, and so we know the importance of living in the capital of Spain. Although we are far from our family and friends, we love our work. And this is very short, but I think that's all. We hope to meet you and your spaces soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alfonso. Thank you, Begonya. And yes, I would also say that we have the opportunity to know a little bit more about you and all this project with some interviews that we have organized and during the festival will be published. So we are going now to introduce the last project, Manus. We have Maura Banfo and Susanna Ravelli. They are going to present their project.
Hi, I'm Susanna, and I talk for first, and I present you Manussa. Manussa is born 2 years ago by Maura Banfo, Annalisa Cattani, and me. Susanna, during the Nesxt festival and in occasion of a Trasloco project that involving independent spaces between Turin and Marseille. We are artists, curator, and culture expert, and we usually live in different cities. So we decided some years ago to work together, not in a physical space, but in a space of thought. So maybe 5 years ago, In Out plus Novella Guerra was born as our space of art independency and a space where we can project our art practice and experiment our practices, art practices. Manus is an evolution of this initial idea and a project strictly based on artistic practices and independent research. And this space of thought lands in physical spaces during art and culture initiative, such as Nesxt Festival. Manus is focused to create and share interdisciplinary action and awareness in form of collective participation. In fact, Manus is a nomadic editorial staff and a tabloid printed on paper. In Manus, our artistic and curatorial practice has found sharing, continuity, care, and critical thinking. The first issue of Manus is entitled in Italian is Elogio alla fragilità. In English is In Price of Frailty, and is a condition very interesting for this period. This first issue was started during last Nesxt Festival with temporary editorial office in Docks Dora, where we were based. And during that period, we interviewed people and visitors in Docks Dora, and we collected instantaneous and emotionally and authentic impression about frailty. Every day we produced in that experience a screener. In Italian is tabloid. I don't know exactly if there are a word in English, but I can explain. Strillone, not tabloid, pardon. Strillone is a screener, a sort of poster that generally the newspaper sellers put out of the newspaper stand to announce the main news. We produce every day some strilloni with most important for us images and the title or sentences, quote, about frailty collected by visitors. This experience is evolved in a tabloid, not yet printed because the COVID, but in progress. And in this tabloid, every issue of tabloid, we explore with this quote, sentences, images harvested, the topic, in this case, frailty. For next, we have, for next theme, for next topic, we have an idea that we don't clear now, but we invite all Spanish independent space to participate, writing an email to us, and we explain you which is our next topic, and we will create together the content of next issue. For showing what is Manus with our production, I invite Maura to show and focus the production of Manus.
Hello.
Maura?
Ci sono?
Hi, Maura. Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Hi. Are you going to share the screen?
Yes, but I don't know.
There is a green button at the bottom of the, okay, perfect.
9. No, it's not, because I don't have the video. I have the original Strilloni. Okay, don't worry. Okay, everybody, as Susanna said, Manus become a story in the moment in which it is realized. I don't want to do every words because Susanna stay exceptional, and I want to show us the Strilloni because unfortunately we haven't printed the #1 yet, so as not to miss an important opportunity for us in this time when everything is suspended, because Manus is a relationship, and relationship in the presentation is basic, is very important for us. Okay, I hope that this is the Strillone. Every page have one image of an artist and the word of an artist, a critical, a gallerist, a person that stay in the next festival in November. I want to show. You see?
So if you can tell us a little bit about the content, so Manus, we can we, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Every poster include an image and sentences collected during last Next festival. We organize, we plan a temporary editorial staff like an art practices, and we interviewed visitors that every sentences harvested are write down in this poster. Every day we produced one or more of this poster in strillone shape to announce to other person, to other visitors, our work. So day by day in progress. And Maura is showing our work in that days.
Okay, it's an example. It's important for us in this occasion. I would especially like to thank Next for the support, and three persons, Gianluca Gramolazzi, Giulia Restifo, and Annalisa Pascaisaio for the staff, because without us, nothing is possible. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Maura. Thank you to everyone. I don't know if anyone has some question for a participant or not. If not, so as it lasts so long, it is for us a first introduction of our project. And I think that we can end this meeting now. And please, I invite you to try to stay in touch with this space, to follow the Hybrid Festival and the following interviews that we are going to share with you in the next weeks. And so thanks again to everyone. So you can unmute you and say goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
It was lovely to see all your projects.
Yeah.
To everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Bye.